Yeah, they come in talking sports and yes, they talking anime. Entertainment out here too, you know them boys, they do not play. Tweaking out if they ain't on your playlist every day.
Yeah.
Not
Right.
tapping, listen to what
Hey,
the boys, yeah,
hey,
they gotta
okay.
say.
Now it's time to conversate. Same convo on your airways. Yeah, they came to entertain and yes, they talking anime. And they coming with the sports, they changing lives in major ways. You is tweaking out if TACA in your playlist. Hey, if you come and listen, then you listen to the best. They not worried about the others, cause they better than the rest. Kenny, Carlil, Bomb, but they put the others to the test. New episode flow, now tap in to see what is next. Yeah.
Okay, I never ended the recording. We got Kenny back. Welcome to the same convo, same host, Carlil, Kenny, and Bamba. Today, I got the sports segment, and I just want to touch on a little bit because we don't talk about, collegiate sports a lot on this show, except when I'm hosting. So I just want to make sure we stay updated on college football playoff rankings. Right now, we usually just do the top 10. And so the top 10 right now, you have hold on. That's now we on the AP poll. So all right, you got number 1, Georgia. Number 2 is Tennessee. 3, Ohio. Actually, no. Yeah, 3 Ohio State, 4 Michigan, 5 Clemson, 6 Alabama, 7 TCU, 8 Oregon, number 9 is Southern Cal, and number 10 is UCLA. So when y'all looking at these college football playoff rankings, what's sticking out to y'all? What's sticking out to y'all right now?
How was Bama so low?
Yeah,
Not even top 5?
Wasn't that your number one, Kenny?
Yeah, it was.
hold on. Yeah. No, actually, my fault, y'all.
Number
My
6.
fault, y'all. Um,
What you do?
I didn't look up. I looked up the coaches poll, or no, it wasn't. What I looked up wasn't the AP poll. It's not the official poll. So give me a second.
It's right here. Go there.
Yeah, I got it. Oh
He
wait,
sucks.
Kenny, bro, you just lucky to be back here. Remember, I'm the host. I can kick you out anytime I want.
I can still end this meeting for all. This
Don't
is
do
my
that.
link. Get him off the sports sticks.
Oh man, bro, I'm choking.
Just look up NCAA football. You see the games, swipe to the right, you see news, standings, and then the rankings. It would be the AP top 25.
There we go. Okay, so now what I just listed off was right, but what's the name today? It just happened today. That's why it was confusing me. Michigan is now number 5 and Clemson's number 4. So Clemson got put ahead of Michigan. So to go through the list again is 1 Georgia, 2 Ohio State, 3 Tennessee, 4 is Clemson, 5 is Michigan, 6 Bama, 7 TCU, 8 Oregon, 9 Southern Cal, and 10 is UCLA. So
Volunteers is number 3.
yeah, Tennessee, they've been eating this year. I ain't gonna lie. And the crazy thing is, so Tennessee and Georgia, they play Saturday. That has to be game of the week. Has to be game of the week because we already know Georgia's valid, but it's been a while since Tennessee's the yeah, it's been a while. So they really are about to get a real test. So I know that y'all don't pay attention to college football that much, but I'm gonna ask y'all to give me a prediction of the score based on what you've seen so far from both teams. If you've watched any from both teams and what you've seen so far from both teams, who you think is winning that game, and give me the score.
Oh man. I'm going Georgia wins. No. 31-14.
31-14. That's a good that's a solid prediction. That's a solid prediction. What's really going to hinge on is Georgia's defense. Georgia's defense is going to have to stop the Volunteers because they've been on the scoring spree lately. Bomba, winner, score.
You know where I'm at, and you know where the game is going to be. So, of course, Georgia's winning.
Okay.
Now, by how much? I'm going to go crazy. I'm going to say it's going to be 40-0. It's going to be a blowout.
40-0.
40-0. That's what Bomba played it.
That's so
my prediction.
That's so disrespectful. I hope we have Tennessee players that watch this. I hope we do, so it can light a fire under their ass. If I go a prediction, I'm gonna go Tennessee winning the game just because I like upsets, and I'm gonna do. But I ain't gonna be wild. Nobody's
They
getting.
just want to be different.
I'm gonna do Tennessee 44-41. Tennessee to 44-41.
So you're predicting a close game.
I predict it's gonna be a good ass game. I promise you, it's gonna be a good.
Predicting Tennessee wins by a field goal.
Yeah, Tennessee wins by a field goal. And so, like I said, I didn't want to take too much time on the segment because I know my other hosts don't pay attention to college football that much. But whenever we do talk about college football, I know earlier in the season when we started, we tried to give our prediction of who we saw in the college football playoffs. I tried to find that video, couldn't. We'll find it. And once we get to CFP, we'll do this one, that one, see where our predictions were before, and then see how it looks then. And so right now, top four, you got Georgia, Ohio State, Tennessee, and Clemson. Is that y'all's top four going into the college football playoffs, or is it different? Y'all know it's different for me because I have, what's the name? I have Georgia, Clemson, Tennessee, and Michigan. That's my current four prediction going into the CFP.
Clemson really better than Bama though?
Clemson not better than Michigan, so we're not even about to go there. And yes, Bama's 7-1 this year. They the only team in the top 7 that has a loss.
They lost to somebody that's in the top 7.
You said what?
They lost to somebody that's in the top 7.
I mean, yeah, it sucks. Sucks to suck. It's tough.
I think Bama takes that 5th spot.
He said Bama takes the 5th spot?
Yep.
So they're not in your CFP prediction.
What you mean?
The college football playoffs is only 4 teams.
I'm off top 4 spot.
Top 4 spot. So you think?
So who you moving?
I'm moving Clemson out.
Clemson is number 5.
Oh, you're right. I tweet.
Clemson, they remember. That's why I was confused. They switched that today. Clemson is number 4 now. They switched that today because I was pissed.
So Michigan is number 5.
Michigan is number 5.
Okay, that's what I'm switching. I hate Michigan, but I'm switching.
Yeah. You watched that Michigan State game, did you, bitch? You was waiting to troll. He was waiting to troll. He wanted to troll so bad. Fuck no. Put those boys to bed. We whooped those boys' ass so bad they jumped one of our players twice.
They what? I
was about to say y'all whooped them so bad they whooped y'all ass.
No, if it was the whole team, it wasn't going down like that. They literally caught one dude lacking and with some bitches.
Why his dumb ass tried to go in the tunnel with them?
I have no idea. Nobody has released that part of the story why he was in the tunnel by himself. So all I know is we whooped them niggas. But so Kenny is moving. You're moving Bama back into number 4.
Yes.
I mean, it's possible. Like if Ohio State lose to Michigan later on, a couple weeks, Georgia lose to Tennessee. But if they lose to Tennessee, Georgia, whoever loses the Georgia-Tennessee game, I do not think is going to be ranked out of the top 4 immediately. And if they are, it would probably be number 5. because it's just too close of a teams. Especially the only way I don't see both of either of them. Whoever loses, the only way I don't see either of them leaving the top four immediately is if it's a close game. If it's like the 44-41 I said, if it's by 3 points, by 1 point, like neither of them, they'll probably stay in the same spots depending on who win and lose. You feel me? Like, so. All right, Bomba, give me your four.
So my top four, like I said, number four, I'm gonna start with Michigan because as much as I hate them, they do deserve to be here.
Put those M's up, baby.
And they're undefeated too, so you know.
Those M's up, baby. Oh my God, y'all see what we did to Penn State too?
Michigan, 3 Tennessee, 2 Ohio State, and then Georgia, of course.
So Georgia, Ohio State, Tennessee, Michigan. Solid.
I heard some Kentucky boys looking good this year.
Unranked. Next. Unranked. Next. That pissed me off. That just pissed me off. But all right, y'all. Let's go ahead and switch gears. Switch gears to the NBA. So I don't know if y'all seen, but people are calling for Kyrie Irving to be suspended because he promoted an anti-Semitic film on his Instagram page. He went back and forth with a I don't know, was it Instagram or Twitter? It was one of the social media pages.
It was Instagram.
He went back and forth with a reporter during one of the post-game interviews. And basically, you know, the reporter was trying to ask him, you know, how he feels about, or does he feel like, you know, what he posted was right? And Kyrie was just tired of the questions. And so, in y'all's opinion, how y'all see things, do you all believe that Kyrie should be suspended, or should he have his freedom of speech?
Bomber, you want to go first on this one?
Man, so it's a delicate matter because I want to start by clarifying that I don't really know what the whole film was. I just saw the exchange that he had with the reporter. And as far as a reporter just, you know, asking you about what you're doing outside, I don't think it's them trying to build a narrative. As a player, the eyes are on you, and of course, your social media platforms are watched because you have a certain influence, and you're able to sway people in the way they think, and you know, like the decisions that they've made. So for you to sit there and you know, promote something like that, expecting that there would not be any repercussions to it, that's just not how it works. Because at the end of the day, just the same way that the reason why players get signed for shoe deals and stuff like that, I feel like it's because people understand that, oh, you can, just your image alone can influence like a popular. So you feel me? So it's not cool for him to just think that, oh, y'all are trying to make something out of it. It's just be more like, I feel like his demeanor toward it should have been more apologetic, because at the end of the day, if you offended a certain group, a certain demographic, the only thing you can say is I'm sorry, because it doesn't matter if you meant it in a different way or if you felt like you were promoting just one aspect of that movie. Like he's saying, it's just the person, whoever got that movie out, like, you know, the message that they meant and what they associated with, you should not want to be associated with that.
Right.
So
I understand that for sure, and I kind of share the same kind of sentiment that you gave, because I do believe like it's a representation thing. Like you represent Kyrie Irving not only as yourself, but you represent a whole lot of brands too. And as we just saw with Kanye, even though with his anti-Semitic comments, you know, he's not just Kanye, but he was represented a lot of brands, and a lot of brands dropped that man. And so I know anything brands that Kyrie represents, a lot of people are going to want to drop him due to like, just like it's your influence that you have not only over people that watch basketball, it's the kids that watch basketball and things of that nature. I don't believe he should be suspended, you know, at the end of the day. I do not, because in his interview, he did apologize and did explain why he posted it and what he believed and didn't believe. So he was able to explain himself. That's why he was getting mad at the person interviewing him, because he was like, I've already explained this over and over and over again, and y'all keep pushing it. And I'm not trying to do that. We already know Kyrie has a messy history with media already. And so, but I don't think he should have been suspended. At the end of the day, you know, I feel like you should, if the way how he explained it and him saying what he meant and he didn't mean, and explaining his own beliefs to the media and all that, I feel like that was enough. Yeah, I don't feel like he should be suspended. Big Kenny.
So I briefly saw what had like the interview, and I'm just confused on how it's anti-Semitic. Maybe I saw the wrong source, but I saw somewhere that Kyrie was just talking about how there were black people who were Jewish. Right?
So he had retweeted like a film that promotes anti-Semitism. So
do any of you know how the movie was promoting anti-Semitism?
No, I haven't watched it. I don't plan on watching it.
He tweeted a link Thursday to the 2018 movie Hebrew to Negroes, Wake Up Black America, which is based on Ronald Dalton book of the same name. So I'm guessing Ronald is the people that is the one that most people have issues with. If that makes sense. And it says that Rolling Stone described the book and movie as stuff with
You're frozen, bro.
Don't. Another one bites the dust. Don't. Another one bites the dust, and another one going in the.
Hello, what happened?
You froze, Bomba.
Yeah, I froze. What happened? What was the last thing I said?
You was telling us. You was explaining the movie.
Yeah. So the name of the movie, I don't know if y'all heard it. It's called Hebrews to Negroes, Wake Up Black America, which is based on Ronald Dalton book of the same name. Rolling Stone described the book and movie as stuffed with anti-Semitic tropes.
So I guess the question comes down to, Kenny, do you believe Kyrie Irving should be suspended just for a simple retweet or a simple post? And then after he explained, he apologized. He did apologize, and he explained that what people thought he was promoting wasn't exactly a promotion. He doesn't think him reposting it is a promotion anyway. He just thinks it's a repost.
Suspended? Nah, I don't think he should be suspended. It's hard because when it comes to being anti-Semitism or anti-Semitic, just my history of seeing that term be thrown around. It just seems like if you mention the Jewish religion or Jewish culture in any form or fashion,
they're a little sensitive.
Yeah, I'm not saying they're a little sensitive. I just say it
becomes. I'm saying they're a little sensitive. I don't care. Cancel me. I ain't nobody.
Because this is what I said the last time the situation come up. People can talk about black people, can say black this, black that, and yet there isn't. We get it. The Holocaust is bad. Yes, we get it. But we have over 200 plus 300 years of slavery and just.
I'm not.
I know laughing about them. We have over 200, 300 years of struggle as just the color of our skin.
Facts.
And so much is allowed to pass. Like I said, don't get me wrong, the Holocaust is horrible.
Mm-hmm.
But slavery, everything that went down before and during the Jim Crow era, even now, like it's just terrible. And
I mean,
but like I said, but now we're in a situation where drawing a swastika is illegal. Just even saying anything bad towards a Jewish person gets you, as we've seen from Kanye, socially canceled. And yet there's incidents where Black people have been targeted and people don't get so much as a slap on the wrist.
Thanks.
So it's hard for me to say, oh, that can happen. Yet Kanye should be suspended. I mean, not Kanye. Kyrie should be suspended just for posting a picture of, not even the picture of the movie, just like a picture of like a flyer of the movie type thing. Like, I just can't.
Thanks. No, I agree with that for sure. But just switch gears, for the sake of time, my last thing I wanted to talk about. Sure, y'all saw it. Steve Nash fired. Ime Udoka hired. As me personally, I understand at the Celtics. I understand why you had to give Ime Udoka a punishment. But remember when I said I believe the punishment should have been like a 6-game suspension?
When did he get fired? I don't remember. I thought he was just suspended.
He was suspended, yeah.
So how's he on the Nets now?
Nah, he was fired.
He's suspended. He wasn't fired. But like certain players, because of your use, based on your use, certain coaches get like permission to be interviewed by like other teams, where it's assistant coach or a head coach or anything like that. But since he's inactive as a coach, that's the main reason why they have such an interest in him.
So
I've never in my days seen a coach get traded mid-season. That's crazy.
That almost happened with actually the Toronto Raptors coach.
I don't remember.
The one that Kawhi and them won with.
Talking about with Nick Nurse?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I know what you're talking about. Okay. But the quick question is, because I want to wrap up, the quick question is, do y'all believe the Nets get better, worse, or the same with having Ime Udoka instead of Steve Nash?
I say it'd be the same. Like at this day and age, yes, cool to have a coach, but at this point, coaches are just there to fulfill a spot. Coaches don't really do anything. I don't think there's really any utility in coaches now in NBA. Like at this juncture, it just doesn't seem like they do anything for real. Because the guys are gonna go out there. Okay, perfect example. Steve Kerr, he's a coach, right? How many times have we seen Steve Kerr be like, "What the fuck are you doing?" as Steph Curry is shooting before he makes it? It's clear that whatever Steve Kerr is telling Steph Curry to do, he is not doing it.
I mean, it's gotten to the point where you're the best shooter in the world. Like, so if he going that shot,
that's what I'm saying. What exactly are the coaches even doing besides making substitutions?
But you can tell. You can tell, like, what's name? Coaches making substitutions for the right reasons, based on the tempo of the game. There's teams that still do run heavy plays. I'm talking about the smaller teams, not smaller teams, but like the less talented teams, as in the Spurs with Greg Popovich or the Charlotte Hornets. Like, you definitely there. I would never say that there's like.
But you know those two teams have a common. You know those two teams have a common.
Hold on. Before you say they suck. We know that, but you have to understand. You have to understand. Coaching is more than just playing a game. They have to go through a whole preseason. They have to go through camp. They have to go through practices. They have shooting coaches. They have defensive coaches. They have playmaking coaches. They draw up plays. They have defensive schemes. Like, there's the reasons that coaches have jobs, and there's reasons that you see 5 to 7 coaches on the bench.
Like, my point is, at this juncture, you playing at NBA level. If you don't know how to play defense, know how to make the right rotations and switches, I'm confused.
Some people, but who's supposed to develop the younger players? Some great players say their development is due to their coaches.
Okay, I ain't gonna lie. The coaches are good for the younger players. Yes, don't get me wrong. That transition from college to the professional, okay, great. But for the teams, well, not the teams, but for the
it takes a coach. It takes a coach to make the decision to take, for example, somebody like Russell Westbrook, who's played in this league for years, and randomly make him like push him towards the bench, and that changes like your whole set. Even Ime Udoka, like a good example of him. Maybe he didn't necessarily like push Jason Tatum to a new level, but he pushed that whole Celtics team to start like playing a defense that we ain't seen in forever. Steve Kerr, he didn't make the change for the Warriors, but Mark Jackson was the one that saw that Steph Curry and Klay Thompson, if you set a bunch of picks for him and just use them like cash and release, that's going to get you buckets.
One more example before I end it. What's his name? Darvin Ham. Yes, the Lakers are 1-5, but they've had the number two. They've had the number two. Their defense has been either number 2 or number 4 this whole season. Like, yes, it's been 6 games, but they were literally in from last year to where they were the worst in offense and defense for this year to where they still suck offensively, but their defense is one of the best in the league.
Here's where I will agree with you though, Kenny. Because like I feel like a lot of coaches today are very much so there just to be like the title of coach. Like it's a lot of teams now where the players just need to get the ball and just run, and that's it. Like we'll figure it out while we go. And then some of the coaches are the same, but coaches matters. I feel like if you have a good coach, it shows.
But for the sake of time, I'm gonna go ahead and end my segment. We gotta.
I answered.
What?
Bitch.
You did answer.
No, I didn't answer. You asked about Ime Udoka. How do I feel about his hiring?
Did you not? Okay, go ahead.
No, I did not answer. I answered to Kenny, and I said that coaches do matter. But Ime Udoka will not help the Nets.
Yeah, I don't think he's helping the Nets either.
I think
he'll get you a better defense. I think so, because whatever he figured out in Boston, he can just bring you that here. But I don't think that it's almost like if you're thinking that Steve Nash was the problem. Steve Nash was not the problem.
Yeah.
Steve Nash was not really fired. He also had a conversation with Joe Tsai and just said, I cannot get through to them.
Bro, that conversation was never had. That conversation was never had. The reason I'm going to say they get a little better because Ime Udoka is actually an established coach that actually has done things. Steve Nash literally got his job because of his name. That's it. He proved nothing.
That's a fact. Yeah, we agree on that.
Proved nothing. And if he gets hired as a head coach again, I'll be pissed because he literally did nothing. Your team got to the play-in and then lost the first round and got swept. And then y'all
I just hate that he's gonna get the fall for that. But if we're being honest, I don't blame him for nothing that happened this season. Because you literally started this season with a player that didn't want to be there in Kyrie, another player that didn't want to be there in Kevin Durant, another player that does not want to touch the ball in Ben Simmons, and then I'm supposed to figure it out. Like they said, I don't want you to coach me. He should have been gone. That's what I'm saying. Like from the beginning, we said it. There's been issues, and these issues are just gonna keep on rising.
The thing is, that's not even the hardest coaching job in the NBA right now.
That's not.
But I don't want to take too much time on it. I know we got things that we need to do, but this has been the sports segment. We're about to go on to Anime Next. Make sure you like, subscribe. Make sure you follow us on all social media platforms. Follow us on all streaming platforms. This has been Kenny Carlisle and Bombo with the same convo, and we out. Nah, I ain't going to say it this time.